Hello, all, and welcome once again to another episode of Everyday Black History. Now, today on Everyday Black History, we're going to be highlighting an African American business owner and inventor by the name of Leonard C Bailey. Now, Leonard C Bailey was born into poverty, and he initially found work as a barber, which allowed him to build up a string of barbershops in the Washington, D.C. area. But Leonard C Bailey was also an inventor, as mentioned, and he received patents for a series of devices, many designed for military or government use. These included a folding bed, a rapid mail stamping machine, a device to shunt trains to different tracks, and a hernia truss adopted into wide use by the U.S. military. And these inventions provided him with a sizable income. He also helped to establish the Capital Savings Bank of Washington, D.C., which is one of the first African American owned banks in the U.S., and during the Panic of 1893, he was able to maintain the bank's solvency through obtaining personal loans from different banks. Now, just to give you a little history on the Panic of 1893, the Panic of 1893 was a serious economic depression that happened in the late 1800s, where 15,000 businesses were closed and over 500 banks were closed, and a large percentage of the American population were unemployed and going through hard economic stress. But yet, Leonard C. Bailey was able to keep the Capital Savings Bank of Washington, D.C. around just by his business sense and by being able to obtain loans from other banks to keep them active and to keep them continuing to give money to black businesses and black landowners and black entrepreneurs. Leonard C. Bailey was also a member of the first mixed-race jury in Washington, D.C., which found Millie Gaines not guilty of murder by reason of insanity. And if you're looking for some interesting reading, do yourself a favor and look that trial up of Millie Gaines. Leonard C. Bailey also served as a member of the board of directors of the Manassas Industrial School for Colored Youth, where a residence hall was named after him. And we also have an episode for Manassas School for Colored Youth on Everyday Black History, where we highlighted them and their contribution to Black history. So we can see that it's kind of a 6 degrees of separation with Leonard C. Bailey. He's kind of connected to a lot in Black history and Black culture, and that's why we're highlighting him today on Everyday Black History. Leonard C. Bailey died September 1st, 1918, of sudden illness, and that's all that is known about the rest of his life. But as mentioned, Leonard C. Bailey, we thank you for your contribution, and we salute you. Now that concludes another episode of Everyday Black History, and please tune in as we'll have more episodes highlighting people and institutions and all different facets of Black history and Black culture. So, stay tuned.